Chosen one. Hello, chosen one. Let's go try to rest. I see they started a lawnmower. I don't want the noise to override what I have to say. So I'm out walking. Tuesdays are my walk day. I like to walk in nature. I could go to the gym, but I like walking in nature. Let me know if you can hear me. I have my Bluetooth. I have my little backpack on with all my supplies in there, like I'm Dora the Explorer. Look, like I'm Dora the Explorer with a backpack. Okay, grown woman walking around with a backpack on. Yes, I need my backpack. I got some tools in there. I got things in there that I need. Some things that I need in there. I'm a woman out here, so I need to make sure I keep a little something inside of my handy dandy backpack. Yeah, let me know if you can hear me. I have my Bluetooth. It may be a little windy. I'm gonna try to stop so I can just get this message out. Um, and I was thinking about this. When I come out in nature, I don't know. I said it before. It just seems like I get so many downloads. I have so much to say and talk about. I probably need to start bringing a notebook out here. But let me know if it's too noisy. Let me know if it's too windy. Let me know if you can hear me. Yes, right. I love nature. Yes, I'm walking in my community here. I have a little route that I go. It's like 2 miles. I do 2 miles every time I walk. But let me go and stand over here. I don't want to lose my train of thought. I don't want to lose my train of thoughts here. And let's see. Hi, Tanya. But you know what? I wanted to talk about, um, and you can expect this. It's not that you're looking for this. It's not that you want this to happen. Because one thing about the chosen ones, we know how it feels for someone to mistreat us. Most of us who are chosen have been mistreated almost all of your life, and you're wondering why you had to go through such mistreatment, right? One thing you have to remember, right? This is what you have to remember. And it's not that you're just setting and fixing your mind on negativity. Because as a chosen one, we try not to do that. We're very positive people. We see the best in everyone. That's one of our problems. We see the best in everyone. We give everyone benefit of a doubt. We try not to assume. We try not to judge. We give people chances. We try to find out people for ourselves. We try not to listen to what other people say about others because we've been done that way. But one thing I've noticed, and this is a repeat pattern that I've noticed, when you're dealing with people who are just pure hearted and you're dealing with people who are just genuine at heart, right? We have to understand that when it's time for us to move on, right, as a chosen one, when it's time for us to disconnect from people, although we don't want to disconnect, but it's like something is calling us higher to disconnect, right? The little squirrel here. Something is calling us higher to disconnect. You know, I've noticed when we disconnect from people, when we have to release people in peace and in love and understanding that, we're no longer aligned. Like this person is not to be with me on the journey, or you just know that the person don't really mean you well, right? When it's time for us to disconnect from people, for some reason, people have to go before us with slander, right? They have to precede us. They have to get ahead of us and create these false narratives, to make us look bad, to make us look like we're just this awful person, right? People do this, right? So I don't want us as the chosen ones to think that there is something wrong with you. Right? Yes, I am my rescue. We got to heal ourselves. Tanya, thank you for putting that in the chat. See, I don't want you to think that something's wrong with you. When you're just a genuine, pure-hearted person, that is just part of it. When you're a chosen one, that is part of it. So we have to learn how to be okay with that. Because if we're not okay with people slandering us and lying on us, we can't do anything about it anyways. That's number one. We're not in control of what people do and what they say, right? We're not in control of that, right? Sometimes we want to be, but you can't control people. So I want us to get to the point to where whenever we're disconnecting, we try to disconnect in love and peace and understanding, and just understanding like the relationship is not going anywhere, or the situation, whatever is not beneficial, it's not healthy. We understand that as a person, as a chosen one, we're very understanding people. You don't. We realize we don't have to. We don't have to slander people when we disconnect. But for some reason, people like to do the chosen ones like that. People like to make us look like the bad one. People like to make us look like it is us that's crazy. I left them because they're crazy. When on your side, you're just saying, I'm leaving because um it's just not working, right? Like people, even in friendships, not just romantic relationships, this could be in anything. This could be on a job. I remember one time I left the job because I just didn't want to be there. I wasn't happy on the job. Right? I just wasn't happy. I didn't like the way things were going. I didn't slander the job. I didn't slander my manager. I didn't slander, although they were nasty. I didn't sit and create this chaos on my way out. I didn't do that. I made sure everything was taken care of. I tidied up everything on my end. I even created a guide that was never there for when the next person came behind me. I created a guide so it could be easier for them to just fall in my position, give them some pointers and things that I've learned. Right? I should have been getting paid for my intellectual property. That's what I should have been doing. I should have been going to that employer, letting that employer know, y'all have to pay me for this. This is intellectual property. This is stuff I learned and I took out of my head to leave for the next person, just being, a decent human. I would want somebody to do that for me, right? But I left that on peace. I left in good spirit and everything. And that manager got an attitude as if, um, as if I cursed her out or something. Like as if she controlled me or something, like I didn't have a right to leave or something. Like she had a whole attitude, treated me cold, didn't say anything to me the entire time, just walked by me as if I didn't exist. And what time, and see, that's why I felt there was a need for me to leave anyways, because I didn't want to be in that type of space. I didn't want people feeling like they controlled me to the point to where if I decided to leave, let me continue walking. If I decided to leave, you're going to treat me. That just shows you how people are. You're going to treat me a certain way because I made a decision as an adult to say, you know what, this job is not working for me. This is not a good fit for me. Right? Why go through all of that? Why treat people like that? When you treat people like that on their way out, that just shows your character. That shows who you are, right? That's what that does. That shows who you are. When you treat people nasty because they decided to leave, and as a leader, as a manager, you should want the people who you lead to find something else to better themselves. If they have something better that suits them and their family, you should be happy for them. But no, people don't do that. To the chosen ones, people don't do that. They have to create all this chaos and friction and treat you bad because you've decided to find better, or you decided to take a break, for yourself, right? Yes, people just create this unnecessary drama. But you know why they do that? Because the chosen ones, you know, they they don't like when your presence leave. Your presence bring peace into some of those organizations. We got to tell the truth, shame the devil. Your presence bring peace. They don't understand why that organization blessed. And I'm not saying this as making it seem like y'all are God or anything. But some of y'all know. Some of y'all know y'all been on these jobs and those jobs were blessed. Those jobs were blessed because you were on there. And as soon as you left, all chaos and hell broke loose. You bring a peace on these jobs that they don't understand as a chosen one. They don't understand. Yeah, you bring a peace. But I just want to come and let y'all know to expect the slander. Expect people getting ahead of you, creating all these narratives and false, false lies. I mean, lies and, creating these false narratives and creating these lies to try to make you look bad as a chosen one, to try to make you look crazy. It's just part of it, you know. For me, as a chosen one, that was always one of the hardest things for me to deal with. And it's not that I be looking for that stuff, and it's not that I'm playing victim, but I've seen patterns over the years, like with friendships and relationships and family situationships. Um, it's always people saying what the chosen one is doing. They don't look at themselves. See, we look at ourselves, chosen one. We look at ourselves, we try to change. We see that we have flaws within ourselves. We try to become better communicators. We try to understand people. We do all the work that we need to do for us, all while people continue to act and treat you a certain way. You know? They continue on with their foolishness, but you're the one changing. You're the one trying to please people per se. That's what it is. Some of it, yes, we need to change some character flaws that we have, and we do work on that. One thing about the chosen ones, we don't mind by evolving. We don't mind by changing because we're that's built in us. That's built in us. That's why people take advantage of us, because it is built in us to evolve. It is built in us to change. It is built in us to be flexible and understanding of people and of our surroundings and everything. It's just us, right? But will people will create all this unnecessary drama when they leave. I mean, it's happened, and I'm not playing victim, but I've seen a continued pattern even in friendships, relationships, just jobs. Like, why create that you're not doing anything? You're trying to leave in peace. You're trying to leave quietly. You understand the person don't want to be there anymore. You understand that you don't want to be there anymore. And you just make room for that. You accept that. You accept that and you understand you don't have control over people. People have the right to decide that they don't want to be in a relationship. You have a right to decide that you don't want to be there. You have a right to decide that you're not going to tolerate certain things and people anymore. See, that's when people abuse and misuse you and you don't say nothing. And how don't sit and blast people. You don't sit and talk about people and talk about what they're doing to you. You don't do that. But yet you have the people who are doing the abuse to you. They going around lying on you. They're going around slandering your name. They're going around making you look bad and seem like you're the villain and the bad person. That's just what they do. Or they're mistreating you. That's just what they do. I can't see any comments here. The sun is bright. So yes, that's what they do. They're doing it. That's what they're doing. But you are just trying to keep the peace. You're trying to keep the peace. You're just trying to do, what's right. You're just trying to do the right thing across the street. Yeah, you're just trying to do the right thing. Keep the peace. You don't want any problems. You don't want any problems. Hmm. Yep. You don't want any problems. You like peace. You like the peace. Um, you're content. You just want to live your quiet, peaceful life and enjoy life and enjoy people. But for some reason, people don't like that. People don't like to be peaceful. People don't like to be, joyful and just being able to just just be present in the moment. People don't like that. People are so dysfunctional. They just don't like a person who is just about peace and just tranquility and being present. Like people have a problem with that. But when you're chaotic, you're dysfunctional, you call them with gossip and some juicy details. They like that. They like that. Even on these jobs, they like that slander. They like it. It seems like the people who are involved in slander and involved in who are involved in the gossip and the lies and the dysfunction, it seems like they get rewarded the most. They get rewarded the most. They get the promotions the most. The hard worker, the ones who slack up, they get the rewards. But it's the hard workers, the ones who come on time, the ones who trying to do right, the ones that get what is they get the bad end of the stick. Yes, same thing in family. The ones try to keep the peace, they don't have time for dysfunction. Them the ones that get, attacked and abused. Same thing in relationships. The one in a relationship trying to keep the peace, trying to keep the family together, trying to understand everybody. Them the ones that get attacked. But the dysfunctional ones, it seems like they get praised and elevated. But I want you all to know, you gotta expect the slander. Expect it. But you have to let the slanderers, that's what you have to do. You have to let the people who are slandering and gossip, let them gossip with themselves. Let them slander with themselves. You don't have to fight. You don't have to get into that. You don't have to try to defend yourself. Because the first thing we try to do, because it happened to me, the first thing we try to do is defend ourselves. Let people know, oh, I didn't do that. That wasn't me. That's not how it went. We try to defend ourselves, and you can't really don't do that. Don't do that because that's what the enemy wants you to not focus, on you and the truth and where you're going. That's a distraction. Yep, that's a distraction. The enemy wants you to be distracted. Yes, wants you to be distracted. Wants you to not focus on you know, wants you to not focus on where you're going in the truth. Yeah, the enemy likes to try to come and distract you from where you're going. But that's what I want to come talk to you all about. Let me finish my walk. You see, I'm sweating out here. Let me finish my walk so I could just get some more download, get information, and start writing it down in my phone. But that's what I want to come talk to you all about. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to talk. Just you got to expect that. You got to be okay with it. You got to build yourself up so much on the inside. See, that's what people are doing, what they're saying. Then that's how he can keep us. That's how he can attack us. He can keep us down and depressed and worried and stressed out. But when you start working on yourself, you fill your own cup up. You start getting scriptures and affirmations, and you build yourself up on the inside. It's easy for you to ignore people. Have you ever noticed? This is the thing. I have to say this. Have you ever noticed that because it happened to me? When you're in a low place spiritually, and when you're in a low place within, when you're in a low energy place, you have low energy people, you have toxic people around you, you have people that's always into stuff and stirring up stuff with you. But as soon as you start doing the work on the inside, as soon as you start elevating those people, it's kind of like when you heal from within, it's almost like you develop healthy boundaries. You develop healthy boundaries. Sometimes these people just fall away, but sometimes you confront certain people or you put up boundaries and stop certain people from entering into your life with their chaos and confusion. Have you ever noticed when you start doing the work on yourself, your outer change, your outer environment change? And sometimes you can't fight that. When you start doing the work on yourself and you say, you know what, no more of this low vibration energy, no more of this negativity. And you start moving yourself from around people who just always gossiping, just always being negative, don't have nothing good to talk about when you call them or when they call you. It's the same petty argument, the same petty gossip, the same petty kind of conversation. When you stop all that and when you put a stop to it and when you know what, say, you know what, that's them. Pray for them, or you know what I mean? Like when you start changing the conversation, these people fall off. They fall off. They fall off. And if a person calls you, they call you and you look at the phone and you just get to where, man, I don't really want to answer the phone. Or they don't have anything to talk about, or I don't want to waste another 30 minutes. You shouldn't be talking to that person. If you're feeling like that when the person you shouldn't be picking up the phone. Text them. I'll talk to you later. I'm busy, or you shouldn't be picking up the phone because they don't have anything good to talk about. They don't have anything good to talk about. It's the same conversation that wastes your time. And it's okay. You don't have to hate people. That's the thing. It's okay if you grow and evolve and get new friends and new relationships. It is okay. You don't have to keep the same people around forever. You're forever evolving. When you evolve, your circle is going to evolve. The people around you are going to evolve. And you have to be intentional about that. And you can't be, because I know it's hard, like we're chosen ones, we're loyal. We want to keep people around from the 1913. We don't evolve and grew, and you still trying to hold on to the 1913 people, and they're not evolving with you. They're not evolving with you. Uh, yes, they're not evolving with you. So it's hard for you to move on because emotionally you're still connected to those people. Even if you're not talking to them on a daily basis, your emotion, you're still tied to those people in some type of way. And it's going to be hard for you to evolve because emotionally you're connected to them. Yes, emotionally you're still connected. But that's what I want to talk to y'all about. Because I'd be getting on off on a tangent here. I'll be going on forever. But I have to finish my workout. And y'all be blessed. Y'all have a good rest of your afternoon.